MBA Show, and today is a Q&A Weekends episode where we answer your question right here on the show. If you have a question you want to ask, just email us over at support@businessrepublic.net. As always, I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And today's question comes from Carl, and Carl asks, what are my first steps when starting an online business? Thanks for your question, Carl. An important question, and I'm going to give you very precise steps. The first, I'm going to say 3 steps of creating an online business, and they may surprise you, but this is where I want you to start, and I want you to do it as soon as possible to get the ball rolling. I can't wait to get into it, guys, so let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is sponsored by Acuity Scheduling. In our opinion, Acuity Scheduling is the best scheduling app out there because it's easy to use not only for you, but for your clients and customers. If you want an easy tool for people to book you for your time, Acuity Scheduling is the way to go, regardless if you're a business consultant, a business coach, a fitness expert, a lawyer, a doctor, it doesn't matter. Acuity Scheduling is super, super simple. And best of all, Acuity Scheduling loves you so much, they're giving a 45-day free trial to check them out. You got nothing to lose. Just go to acuityscheduling.com/MBA. It's ACUITY scheduling.com/MBA. So Carl's asking, what are the first steps when starting an online business? I'm going to give you the first 3 steps. All right, here we go. Regardless if your business is online or offline, this first step is very important. Now, I'm going to assume that you're choosing a business idea or product that you're interested in, that you like, that you see yourself spending time doing, that you have particular skills in, like you have some strengths that you can offer in this area. So that's a given. But step 1 in any business is idea validation. You have to validate that this business idea, whether online or offline, will make you money, that it's profitable, that people actually want it. This is before even opening your doors. Idea validation is so important that we actually offer a free course in it because it's the most popular course inside the $100 MBA, and we want to offer it to everybody for free. If you go to 100mba.net/free-course, you'll get free access to the 7-part video course that walks you step by step how to validate your business idea or product idea or whatever you want to validate. The point here is that you got to make sure that you have interested customers, people that actually want what you're selling before you actually sell it. There's no reason to spend any time or money on something that won't work. This is just a reality we all have to accept. There are ideas that just are not needed in this world. They're just things that people don't want bad enough. You have to remember, people are going to part away from their hard-earned dollar for this product or service. And when you go through the free course, you'll realize that idea validation is so important, and it's very intricate, meaning that you're not just going to ask people what you think of this business idea. A lot of people think that's idea validation. Like they tell their family and friends, hey, I'm thinking about doing this app. What do you think of this idea? They say, oh, this sounds cool, and they think it's validated. No, that's not real idea validation. Real idea validation is when somebody actually puts up money for something that hasn't been created yet. They pre-order. They say, hey, I love this idea. I will order it. If you're in the t-shirt business, it's a low-cost item to produce a t-shirt, print 5 t-shirts and sell those 5 t-shirts to 5 people, to your closest friends and family if you can. If they're not going to buy from you, a complete stranger is not going to buy from you. So validate your idea, number 1. Number 2, you said an online business. The first thing you have to do is create a website. Now, it's not necessarily to sell the product immediately, but you need a place where you start producing content, writing, talking about your products and services, what you offer, your area of expertise, so you could build credibility in the market. This is the first steps of building an audience. Without an audience, you have no business. You have nobody to talk to, no one's going to buy. And creating a website can be very, very simple. There are many tools out there. You can use HostGator, you can use Squarespace, which makes it super easy to start a website. The point here is that you just want to have a presence out there. Getting a website started is going to cost you less than $10, less than a coffee and a donut, or something like that. But the point here is that it's not expensive. Don't get bogged down on, I don't know what the name of the company is. Just use your personal name right now. You can always change your domain name. It's okay. You can change your .com or .net later on. The point here is that you just want to start having a presence out there so you can get feedback, so you can start writing, so you can get comments, so you can grow your audience. Step 3, start a publishing schedule. If you're going to be online, you got to be content marketing. Whatever you like to do, whether it's writing, that's writing a blog post every week, or video, producing a new video on YouTube or putting on your website, or it's infographics, or it's podcasting, whatever it is, choose a medium that you can be consistent at and get a publishing schedule down. Even if it's just once a week, creating a blog post, you got to get in the habit of creating content about your area of expertise. You got to get that information out there so people can find you on Google, on social media, all that stuff. Now, notice in my first 3 steps of creating an online business, it had nothing to do with Snapchat or social media or your clout score or any of that stuff, because business is not about that. You have a great product, you have a great audience, you've built an authority in your market with your content, you have a success formula. Don't get distracted by saying, oh, I need a Facebook page. No, I need a Twitter profile. No, I got to be on Snapchat. Those are all distractions. Those are not the first steps. Business doesn't get done there. Social media is a marketing strategy, but you have to have something to market first. You have to have a business in hand. You have to have a place to take them. Your website needs to be built. You need to have content there for them to absorb. You have to build your credibility. So there you have it. Those are my 3 steps. I have more advice when it comes to starting an online business, but let me summarize these 3 steps first. Number 1, validate your business idea. Number 2, build your presence online with your website. Number 3, have a publishing schedule. Start publishing content in your area of expertise. Doesn't matter where you are, fitness, finance, health and safety, pet care, whatever it is, you can create content to show you're the authority in the market. All right, guys, I got a bit more advice, but before that, let me give love to today's sponsor, Acuity Scheduling. If you run a service-based business where people book you for your time, like a massage therapist, a doctor, a lawyer, a business consultant, a business coach, you need an easy way for people to book you. And with Acuity Scheduling, it couldn't be easier. You just give them a simple link and they can book you for your time on your calendar, the calendar that you have, like your Google Calendar or iCal or whatever you have. It will sync with it. They'll book you for your time, and it's super simple for them and for you. They can even pay you at the time of booking if you want to. I love Acuity Scheduling. We use it in our business. It's super user-friendly. It's actually quite fun and funny, the way they actually give you instructions and the way they send you emails. I love it. And I want you to try them out. Acuity Scheduling is supporting the show, and I want you to support them. They're giving away a 45-day free trial. You have nothing to lose. Just go to acuityscheduling.com/MBA. That's ACUITY scheduling.com/MBA. All right, guys, my final advice when it comes to this question, the first steps when starting an online business, is one of the things that people struggle with is how they spend their time. Your time is your biggest asset as an entrepreneur. Understand you have a limited amount of time. It's up to you to choose how you use that time. So if you're in a job right now, that's going to take some of your time. If you have a family, that's going to take some time. You have to eat meals, right? You got to sleep. These are things that are going to take time. But then you have some time to work on your business. Are you going to be scrolling through Facebook? Are you going to be reading other people's articles? Are you going to be working on your own thing? What are you going to work on? Are you going to work on validating your idea, like I said, or creating your website, or writing your content, or creating your content for your website so you can become an authority? Focus, 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 and you can make it happen. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to the $100 MBA Show. Guys, make sure you hit subscribe so you can get tomorrow's episode automatically. It's a very special episode, a guest teacher episode with Hanny Mora. Hanny Mora is going to be teaching you how to create a WordPress plugin. If you want to get into the software business, this is a great lesson. He's going to show you step-by-step how he created his WordPress plugin. It's pretty fun, and it's actually pretty interesting how it's not as difficult as you may think. Tune in to tomorrow's guest teacher lesson. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. That's it for me today, but before I go, I want to leave you with this. A lot of people think that starting an online business is a whole lot easier than starting a physical business. I'm not going to say it's harder, but it's definitely not as super easy as people thought it was at the start. It's a lot of competition out there. It's not super simple, but it's definitely doable. You can do it, just like people start physical businesses. The beauty of an online business is that there's a low barrier of entry, but that's also the problem. There is a low barrier of entry, so you're going to get a lot of people with really bad websites out there and really bad businesses cluttering the market, sort of ruining it for everybody. But the point here is that it's going to be easy for you to get something up and running with a low budget. It minimizes your excuses, and that's what I love about it. If you want it bad enough, you can do it. All right, guys, I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. I'll see you then. Take care.